The waitress he could not ignore. Chapter 1. The Arrogant Stranger. Working at a palace cafe sounded more glamorous than it really was. It was tea, trays, tight schedules, and rich people who didn't look you in the eye. I liked it quiet, simple, no attention, no nonsense. But nonsense found me on day one, in the form of Prince Damien Alaric. Tall, sharp featured, dressed in black like he was late for a funeral he hosted. Everyone avoided him like spilled wine. I wasn't so lucky. Carrying a tray full of tea, I turned a corner too fast and nearly collided with him. Careful, he said sharply. You almost poured that on a state document. I didn't, I replied, steadying the tray. He looked down his nose at me. Do you walk this recklessly everywhere? I walk like someone trying not to be late. Try walking like someone who respects royal property. I thought I was. His eyebrow twitched. You've got sharp answers for a staff member. I'll file them dull next time. He stared at me for a moment, as if waiting for me to apologize. I didn't. He stepped aside, clearly annoyed. I walked off. Let him be a prince. I had sugar cubes to refill. Chapter 2. No Smiles, No Rules. The next morning, I found a printed note in my locker. Staff Conduct, Prince Damien's office. Rule number 1, no small talk. Rule number 2, maintain posture. Rule number 3, no assumptions about familiarity. Rule number 4, no emotional entanglements. I wondered if rule number 5 would be no personality. Later, I brought him his tea. Straight posture, no tray wobble, no words. You're quiet today, he said, eyeing me. I follow rules, I replied. He looked amused just for a second. You don't smile, he noted. I don't get paid to. I thought all palace workers smiled for royals. Maybe that's why you don't trust them. He blinked. I placed the cup and left. No courtesy, just calm silence. Chapter 3. His eyes followed. Over the next few weeks, I felt it. His eyes. When I served tea, when I wiped tables, when I walked through the marble halls. He didn't speak much, but I caught him watching. I kept my distance. Even when he waited in the staff hallway just to ask, Do you enjoy this job? It pays on time, I said. That wasn't the question. That was the answer. He looked at me like I was a puzzle no one else had solved. Chapter 4. The Dance and the Distance. The Royal Charity Ball arrived. Staff were required to attend in black. I wore a plain black gown. Nothing fancy. My hair pulled back as usual. As I was passing a tray of drinks, I heard his voice. Dance with me. I turned. Damien stood there, offering his hand. I'm working, I said. Not anymore. He pulled me to the floor. The ballroom was grand. Chandeliers, gold ceilings, music swirling in the air. But I only noticed his eyes, fixed on mine. You're still unreadable, he said. I don't speak for entertainment. No, he whispered. You speak to ruin my silence. Chapter 5. The Engagement. The next morning, I overheard nobles in the corridor. Damon's engagement to Princess Selena is almost public. He doesn't love her, one said, but politically, perfect match. I felt like someone had poured cold tea down my spine. Later that day, I avoided him. The next two, until he found me in the library. You're angry. No, you heard. I'm just a waitress, I said. He frowned. You're not just anything. She's real, right? Yes. Then it's real enough. And I laughed. Chapter 6. The Garden Confession. That night it rained. I stood under a stone arch in the palace garden, letting cold drops soak through my sleeves. He found me there. I called off the engagement, he said. Why? Because I realized something. He stepped closer, voice low. You weren't here by accident. I turned sharply. I asked my advisor months ago to plant someone ordinary. I wanted to see if someone could treat me like a man, not a prince. So I was a test, I said quietly. You were supposed to be temporary, but then you didn't chase me. You didn't flatter. You didn't even look at me like I mattered. And that's why you did. I stared at him. You made me feel like me, not the title. And when were you planning to tell me? I wasn't, he admitted, until I realized I didn't want to lose you over it. Chapter 7. Broken Rules. The next day, I didn't show up, didn't reply to the palace message. That night, he came to my apartment door, alone, no guards. I broke all my own rules, he said. I ruined a deal that could have helped the kingdom. For what? For the one person who looked me in the eye, I didn't care who I was. I didn't care because I didn't know. And now you do, and I still want you. I didn't speak. You made me feel like I could be loved, for myself. Still, I stayed quiet. He reached out, slowly. His hand brushed mine. I would rather be a man with nothing than a prince without you. Chapter 8. No Rules Between Us. Now I still walk the palace halls, but no longer as a waitress. He offered me a position in the palace's education trust. I accepted, not because of him, because I earned it. He still writes rules, still signs forms in black ink. But the list on my locker, it's gone. No rules about emotions, no lines about distance. Because between us now, there are no rules. Just glances, shared silences, and a quiet truth. Sometimes love doesn't come from passion or praise, but from someone who sees past the crown and into the heart. Idioms. Break all the rules. What does it mean? A. To act without following traditions or expectations. B. To become very good at something. The answer is to act without following traditions or expectations. Idiom. Cold as ice. What does it describe? A. Someone who is very confident and proud. B. Someone who is emotionally distant or unfriendly. The answer is someone who is emotionally distant or unfriendly. 3. Have eyes for someone. What does it mean? A. To be attracted or interested in someone. B. To keep watching someone out of jealousy. The answer is to be attracted or interested in someone.